Want to know how to set goals that will actually make you happy? In this video, I share 5 tips on how to set truly fulfilling goals for yourself. Spoiler alert, number 5 has been an absolute game changer for me. Stick around. Hey, what's up? This is Gwun, your conscious success coach. If you're new here, this channel represents a path to personal freedom. So if you're looking for life-enhancing content and practical wisdom for a more positive and abundant life, you're in the right place. Consider subscribing and following me. Let's dive into how to set goals that will actually make you happy. 5 essential tips. Tip number 1, align your goals with your vision. When we set a goal, we're essentially creating a target for ourselves in a certain direction. Now, if that direction doesn't align with the vision that we have for our life long term, then that goal is going to be much less rewarding than it could be. If you're looking to set more fulfilling goals for yourself, you want to make sure that you know how those goals connect with the bigger picture, with your life purpose. And this is why doing something like a 5-year vision exercise, as an example, can be so valuable. It's often said that if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And so without a vision, you might end up setting goals that really aren't important to you, that don't hold very much meaning for you, and will ultimately take you nowhere. If you want to set goals that will truly make you happy, make sure that they align with your personal vision. Tip number 2 for how to set goals that will actually make you happy: align your goals with your values. Values are principles that we live by. They're the things that make us tick and motivate us to do what we do. Examples could be connection, creativity, integrity, spirituality, achievement. Everyone's values are different, so it's important to know what yours are, because setting a goal that honors or allows you to further express one of your core values can result in much more fulfillment and happiness. For example, one of my core values is self-care, and so creating goals around fitness, nutrition, exercise, and diet, things like that, are incredibly rewarding to me because they allow me to express and further deepen my expression of that particular value. If connection, for example, is one of your core values, it might be valuable to explore goals that allow you to deepen that sense of connection with those that are important to you. Goals that align with your values are much more fulfilling. Tip number 3 for how to set goals that will actually make you happy: be aware of conscious-based goals and fear-based goals. Now, this is a subtle one and will require a bit of honest self-reflection in figuring out what is the motivation for you setting a particular goal to begin with. Now, is that goal based on fear, or perhaps the desire to avoid something like pain, discomfort, or rejection even? Or is it coming from a place of joy, passion, and wanting to create? When we set goals that are rooted in fear, for example, the internal dialogue might sound something like, I need to do this, I have to do that, I really should be doing this. Even if we are successful with achieving that goal, it's just going to result in a temporary high, short-term satisfaction for the ego, if you will. An example of this might be feeling the need to make more money in order to create a life that looks good to others so that I can gain their approval. Now, you can have that exact same goal, but instead have it come from a place of, wow, more money will allow me to experience more flexibility, freedom, and a sense of adventure in my life. Exact same goal, different internal experience and feeling. So be mindful of the motivation behind why you're setting particular goals to begin with, and check to see that they're driven by passion. In other words, they're conscious-based, as opposed to being driven by fear. Tip number 4 for how to set goals that will actually make you happy: find the right amount of challenge. Simply put, you set a goal that's too easy for you to achieve, and it's not going to feel very rewarding. On the other end, if you set one that's too difficult for yourself, you might feel discouraged, unmotivated, and even quit. However, we always want to set goals that are outside of our comfort zone, because that's what's going to cause us to stretch and create that sense of growth and progress, which are 2 essential ingredients for a happy life. Also remember that what's easy or difficult for somebody else might not apply to us. And so it could require some experimentation in order to find out what the ideal level of challenge is for your particular goal. This is why working with someone else like a coach can be so valuable, in order to identify where that edge is and see where the sweet spot lies as it pertains to your goal. Tip number 5 for how to set goals that will actually make you happy, and in my opinion, this one is the most important one of all. Don't forget the now. Obviously, goal setting is awesome. It's what allows us to steer the course of our lives in a particular direction. And when we set a goal, we are setting forces in motion that allow us to create a different future. That's incredibly powerful. However, one thing to be wary of is getting so caught up in future-oriented thinking that you forget that life is unfolding here in the present moment. A surefire way to make yourself unhappy is to become so attached to your goals that you neglect what's happening here in the now moments and fail to appreciate it. And this is a trap that I've found many people in the personal development space tend to fall into, and one that I've fallen into myself in the past. And so when you're setting any goal for yourself, don't forget the now. So there you have it, how to set goals that will actually make you happy. 5 essential tips that I use with my clients all the time when setting goals with them. Question for you. Which one of these tips stood out for you? Let me know with a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. For more ideas and strategies around goal setting, such as creating accountability for yourself or designing SMART goals that will set you up for success, consider checking out some of my other videos. If you got something from this video, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing and following me. New videos every week. This channel represents a path to personal freedom. And regardless of where you are in your journey, know that you are not alone. You are seen and you are loved. Until next time.